All right, you're welcome back to the blog on Cool TV, and we're going to go right into our final story of the day.
Final story of the day, final story of the day.
You think she would surprise you?
Ooh, final story. And like a boss, I always do.
Now, you see this silence. If Gloria was here, she would have been clapping for you.
Yeah.
You're such a fan.
I miss you, Gloria.
But now, you see this silence now is the realness that you should actually take in.
Mean.
Going the distance.
I'll go the distance.
Oh, don't worry, you just lost your part, please. No more singing for you on the blog.
At all. Veteran Nollywood actor Richard Mofe Damijo, in a recent interview, described how he met and married his wife, former TV girl Jumobi Adegbeson.
Jumobi.
Like, what's the difference now?
Jumobi.
Jumo. JMD. According to RMD, they met about 20 years ago at a function he attended at the TV station she was working at, and he was struck by her dark beauty.
Oh.
As in his words, he says he likes brilliant women who are dark and beautiful. Nice. He also spoke about how he's managed to make his marriage work, even when he had to work in another city different from his wife and children.
Aww.
Now, he admitted that in all the years he worked away from home, he ensured that he flew home regularly in order to honor the promise he had made to his wife that he would never be away from home for more than 2 weeks at a time. That's nice. Richard and his wife have now been married for 15 years. Kudos to you guys.
Yeah.
How possible is it to sustain a long-distance marriage? That's our question.
Should there even be a distance in a marriage? I really don't understand when people live in different cities. I think if you want to live in a particular city, if you love that job so much, then you don't have a business getting married to someone that is in a different city. I'm not saying it to, maybe I'm claiming holier than thou, I'm claiming I'm a Christian and you're not. It's just not good for the home. When you separate as a couple, you're giving room for different things to come into your marriage to attack it. That's the way I see marriage. So I don't see it lasting.
But in his case where he has to work, and you know he's an actor, sometimes they have to travel to be on set. But he says he tries to never stay away from home for more than 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's not distance.
And let's even talk about proper long distance marriages, whereby the husband goes away for like 6 weeks or 6 months.
Those are go offshore.
Or those that are in the military or something.
Yes, who go away for a long time. A lot of them suffer. The marriages suffer. It's very difficult to maintain that kind of... Even long-distance relationships are difficult enough, not to talk about when you're already in a committed relationship, you know there's nowhere to go to. Both of you can easily take each other for granted. It's very difficult, except you take very practical steps to ensure that your marriage doesn't suffer. It's very, very difficult.
And what about,
I don't subscribe to it.
See the way the world is now, that you have your ring, you're working, and then people know that you're married and they're still asking you out. So imagine that your husband is in a different state entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah, as much as you're a strong woman, there are sometimes that the guys will be saying some things to you that will be mesmerizing your head, that something you've not heard from your husband in a while, and things could happen.
I remember there was one guy I was seeing, and then he's like, oh, he said, for instance, like, what if he gets married to me and he wants me to go and stay in America? I said, to go and do what? I don't understand.
And, you know, a lot of Nigerian guys...
I said, so wait, you will not wait. What am I going to do? I asked him again, I said, hello, what am I going to go and do in America? I said, oh, if he has to travel. I said, well, we'll go together.
There are actually several married men that do that. They have their families in the US or wherever country they choose, and they're misbehaving
here. In Nigeria. We can travel to wherever for summer. But I don't get it. So what are we getting married for? To be apart from each other?
Then I don't even understand women like that you get married to them in Nigeria and then you just move them and they're sitting down there getting bigger. I don't know if you read this article where Nigerian women were talking of how useless they feel when they get married and their husbands just throw them there. All they do is add weight and have kids. Like there's nothing for them.
That's not ideal at all. For like Titi said, what kind of job would be job enough for me to say, oh, let me stay back? Then I'm not ready to get married. We have to come to a compromise. Either we say, okay, we'll move to one place or the other. But
we are going together.
We are going together.
They say a marriage is for two to become one, not for two to just become even worse. Because when we were dating, why didn't you ship me somewhere else? Why is it that now that we're married, you want to ship me off? What's the point?
Yeah. I agree.
If I get pregnant, you know, and I want to have my baby, we can travel to have the baby there, so my baby can have the passport and everything. But don't go and dump me there. You and who?
That's so sad.
Anyway, I go, you're following
me. Your baby to have passport of another country when we're in this great nation.
Wow, Titilaya, wow.
I just want the best.
When you get married and you get pregnant, and your husband says, let's travel and go and give birth. Please, I'm begging you, don't go. Stay here.
No, I want
She will go to Biafra so that the child will not have any doubt where he or she is from. village. And she will not go to the hospital. Those midwives. So yeah,
Yes.
one leg here,
In
one
the
leg
hot
here.
with the last one. My
Yes.
mom's younger sister gave birth to her child in a farm. I mean, she actually knew she was.
That's your role model, Abi.
What was it
If I
called?
see
She
you
was in
close to
labor.
the hospital, when you want to
No,
give
no, no,
birth.
but it's not. Even my mom almost pushed me in a car now. My head was out and my mom was driving with her legs open.
No wonder you're like this.
Wait, she was actually on her way to the hospital.
No, she was actually having a bath and she said she just started seeing head coming out. There was no labor. I was just very simple. You know the way I'm lovable now? That's the way I was.
No, it means you've been a freedom fighter. And you want things by force from the very beginning. It's like, Mama, this mother, you're not even ready, I beg. You have always been like this.
My mom said when she got to the hospital, and people were still saying, let's do this. That she just walked in and pushed me out. We were not like, that there was no pain. I was just, when the Lord have chosen you.
Oh my God.
Or when you choose yourself.
Like, I don't know, yo. How possible
This explains a lot.
is it to exactly sustain a long distance marriage? Hit us up on Twitter and Facebook at Cool to Be the Blog is the page and the handle. And of course, always use our hashtag
Love to blog. Oh, hear the way we just sounded.
I know, right? Oh.
This is a conspiracy.
No, it's not. This is reality.
I am seeing this
Face
now.
reality.
I'm going to go. I think this is what God is trying to do. You see, sometimes God uses the evil things to turn around for your good. Where you guys are trying to exclude me, I am going to have a solo career. And I'm going to be the next Whitney Houston.
The cornerstone.
Oh, yes.
The next Michelle Williams.
I'm very serious today, so it's time for a real piece. No
Okay,
more
I'm about to
Kel.
read news.
This is the time it's gotta be. That's over.
No, that it was over because it expired.
No, it was over because I just
How
couldn't
long
do it.
ago?
Wow.
Every day. This has gotta be. Even Kel doesn't do it every time.
I don't, exactly. Yo, you need to switch it up.
Oh, it's time for a real piece, y'all. I cannot be sexy. I cannot be sexy. I've accepted my fate.
I'm not even saying be sexy. Just be playful.
Do something, yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's about that time of the day.
Please just read your real piece, I mean.
Okay. So it's no singing with these guys. You guys betrayed me today. Marrying. Oh, she and Tora did that to me yesterday. Imagine, I told them not to sing, that I was going to sing alone. And next thing, Tora and Ayo sang.
Tora.
Imagine. Innocent, sweet Tora.
Innocent, sweet.
Yeah.
Tora. Okay. She's lovely. Wow. Very lovely.
Okay, so for our real piece today, marrying a disabled person. Many people claim that love is the best reason to marry. Yet there are many disabled people in the community, particularly blind men and women, single and searching. I mean, they are human beings too. Look at Stevie Wonder. Look at Ray Charles. Look
I'll
at
tell you the difference between Stevie
Cobams.
Wonder, Ray Charles, Cobams, and the other people you're speaking about.
No, but they were blind before they became successful. But let's proceed. In this day of materialism, where men and women are looking for the one with the golden fleece, what are the hopes for the blind? Cobams is married, for your information, and he's blind. He still had that talent right there. Okay, but let's proceed. Remember that Nigeria might just be a country with Nigeria might be the country with the most religious bodies, because we have, on this street alone, we used to have one church at this club right opposite us, and then there's a church down the road. Then there's Ayos Church, City of David.
That's further down the road.
Yeah, but it's still along the line.
Along the road.
So, if there is indeed love for God, as notoriously proclaimed by Nigerians by Ayo Thompson, what are the chances of disabled people finding suitable spouses in the country?
Why does this feel like this is a real piece saying, when will you marry a blind person? No, boy,
Please help
I
me
don't
to
know.
ask.
No, you know, because I brought out religious bodies
I
in the
feel
country.
personally attacked. I must give that disclaimer.
Oh, wow, no, okay, this is not about you, this is just about
All
Nigeria.
right, okay. I know I can.
So you're going to give us the difference between Cobams, the Wonders, and all those other people?
If every, I'm not trying to be insensitive here, I'm being very real. If all of them, it's because of the success, the money. Women are attracted to success and money. Even if you don't look, as I look at the man that's the ugliest, was said to be the ugliest man in Kenya, it's not about your looks when it comes to a woman. Yes, men are moved by sight, women by words, but women are more moved by success. Do you understand? I'm not even.
But Cobhams met his wife before he even
Who
became.
said so?
He met his wife on his way to being Cobhams. Like he was already Cobhams.
He was already
Cobhams.
I'm not saying that all of them don't get married. Of course they do. I mean, they had
but Chinedu Ikedieze is married, and he's not exactly a tall man.
Exactly.
But he didn't get married to just any riffraff. I mean, his wife is a banker.
Is he successful?
Well, he's on his way.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. If it's success, in fact, success negates, it cancels out every negativity. Do you understand? Success and money, particularly in this part of our world, because people don't want to suffer. The hustle is real. However, in terms of talking about, the thing is that let's even leave disability. It's just the same as when you're going into marriage, it's almost like a business proposition. You want to see if what works best for you. Can I handle? That's why success.
If you get your return on investment.
Can I handle this?
But do you think that's really the issue? Maybe, we don't exactly have a conducive environment for disabled people in Nigeria. That's why they suffer the most, actually. I mean, see, all them Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles that I called, they didn't have it easy, but they have an environment where they're not exactly being discriminated.
Yeah.
But here,
an environment that could help them develop their other senses.
Yeah, like I know a diminutive that told me that he had this job. He did the interview, wrote it, he was fantastic at the interview, but they told him they could not employ him just because of his height. And that didn't make sense
Anywhere else, they would have been so sued, he'd never have to work a day in his life because he would have enough money to, to sort himself out for that outright discrimination. But in Nigeria, even accessibility, people who cannot, who use wheelchairs and things, go to banks and public places that should always have that, accessible. Yes, they don't have it. Only in this country would happen. So you're very right. If we had a culture that promoted or gave them that right to society like we all did, it would not be a very difficult thing to think about. Okay, because you know that even if I'm the blind man, he can almost function as someone that has two eyes because everything is in place. So it won't be such a burden on me.
But then I think it also has to do with personal strength. Like not everybody can handle being with a disabled person. As a woman, you'd want your husband to look at you and say, oh, yeah, really beautiful. And you're looking fine that day. He can actually see you. But you marry somebody that is blind. He can't tell you you're beautiful and then you're going to really believe him because you're going to be like, okay, fine, I know I'm beautiful, but he can't really see me. So how does he even know I'm beautiful? Like different things like that. Like you have to help him around the place.
But have you heard that the blind man's...
Like it's hard.
The blind man's imagination is more beautiful than the man with sight because they can just touch your face and feel the beauty.
Yeah, it's perception. I think so.
Okay, but let us know what you think. What is the hope for, or what are the chances of blind or disabled people in Nigeria getting good spouses, noting that women are attracted to success and fame and power? Send us your email, blog@cooltv.co, Facebook CoolTV the blog, Twitter CoolTV the blog. And remember to always use the hashtag #LoveToBlog.
So, did you like what you just saw? I know you did. It's very simple. If you want to see more, just subscribe to our channel right now.